with arms wide open under the sunlight. Welcome to the... I'm trying to get another one of them copyright infringements, Rob Dog. You think I can do it?
I think you already did it.
I think I already did it. And if you are moist, then I did it as well. Welcome back, you puffy niffled shitheads. We're the Bros of Ohio podcast. We're a brand new podcast from a basement in Ohio. This is Rowdy Rob.
Hey guys, what's going on?
And I'm Dickless. I'm Dickless Nicholas. We've been waiting a long time to do a podcast because we think they're super cool, fun, and exciting. I don't know. I gave some advice to some people on Facebook today about podcasting and whatnot.
I just tell people not to do it. Like, don't do it.
And no, there's people always ask. They say, how did you get going? How did you make it?
Yeah.
How did you make it so big? And I said, well, it started when I was a young boy. My mom used to change my diaper, and then sometimes it would just get big. If she touched me, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
If we get solicited for advice a lot. Here's what we did in the beginning that helped. And some of you are going to be like, well, that's how they fucking found me. Yeah. Initially, the biggest push for us, we hopped on Instagram, and we found hashtags related to our show. Mm-hmm. And I think we coupled that with some pretty fun graphics that made people want to say, oh, I want to go listen to that, see what that's all about. We would post a pretty cool graphic for the show, whether John Bonet, Jeffrey Dahmer, the ones you guys have never heard before. And then we would go find the hashtag like John Bonet, and we would find a post with fucking 20,000 likes. And me and Rob would go through, and we would like every single person that liked that post. Mm-hmm. And they would say, who are these shitheads? And they would click on our profile, and then they would go to their page, and they'd see the number one picture on our profile is our latest John Bonet episode. Mm-hmm. And that was and you can do that on Instagram or Twitter. Just find a hashtag related to what you're trying to do, and then follow everyone. Instagram will block you after like 500 a day or something like that. But Twitter's pretty liberal when it comes to that. I think they'll let you do a lot, more than you can do in a day, I would say. And that's a good push. But honestly, and it's kind of not like that anymore, but
nah.
We engaged every single person in the beginning everybody that listened. We give them fucking 10 minutes of our day. But now it's the point where we can't do that anymore because we have no life. Our babies' mamas would fucking kill us. Our babies would kill us. Our jobs would kill us. It just doesn't work like that anymore.
Nope, it's a double-edged sword.
But we love taking the time out to talk to the people that do hear from us. Just like a guy I saw an email a little bit ago. He said, don't you fucking write back? I'm thinking, I'm cooking fucking dinner right now. Barbecue chicken. What else did I make? I made some homemade garlic red potatoes, made some broccoli and cheese, and I made some crescent rolls. And I had some leftover DoorDash from last night.
Hell yeah.
Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster. Heat those up, $3.50 for 5 minutes, and I put it on the table. Everyone devoured it. It was gone.
Fuck yeah.
Even the kid that doesn't eat said, this is good. We go around the table every single night. We say, what's the best part of your day? Each kid tells us their best part of the day. The one that doesn't ever eat, she said, the best part of my day is this dinner. I said, fucking yeah. You're still fucking grounded, but... Where's my notes at, Rob?
I have no idea.
We got to get over here and read our new Patreon subscribers.
There you go. You found it.
Lesby and Hamilton Bang Lover.
Okay, that's a mouthful.
That's like it really is. Lesby Ann Hamilton Bang Lover. And I saw it earlier in the week. There was one that said, fuck Trump, Biden 2020. So someone was fighting back, but it was gone. So I don't know where it went.
Oh, they got a refund.
And then someone left us a review. They said, I love it how you say that you're not political at all. And I tune in and I get Joe Biden ads.
It has nothing to do. We don't do that.
Go back and listen. We've explained this before, you knuckle fuck. Well, thanks for listening to the show. We genuinely appreciate your support, but part of funding PBS or Brohio BBS, Big Black Schlongs or whatever, isn't that? No, yes. That's a BBC.
That's a BBC.
We're the Brohio Broadcasting Studios, BBS. That's what we are. Part of funding that is the ads we put in. The ad company says, what are you not okay with us putting in there? And me and Rob say, fucking roll it all, because we don't care. We don't know if it's Joe Biden or Donald Trump or Joe Jorgensen or Ross Perot or fucking Bob Dole, Al Gore. We don't know who the fuck is going to be on there. We don't make that decision. Joe Biden, I don't know anything about his policies. All I know is all the memes, he's sniffing fucking kids. Donald Trump, don't know much about his policies. I know he didn't pay his taxes. That's what I know over the past 2 weeks.
And he fucked a porn star.
Yeah, he paid for it, though. I'm sure he got a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as rich as Donald Trump thinks he is.
I don't think so either.
He's probably really broke now.
Yeah.
Donating all that presidential salary to whatever.
Yeah, we don't have any political affiliation or leaning, so it doesn't matter to us.
I would like to commend that fly that was sniffing on the other guy's hair, though. That was a solid job. He was up there for a long time. That was a solid job from a fly. Okay, take this next one.
Jamie Taylor. Thank you very much, Jamie.
Sal Guerrero. Thank you, Sal, for your Patreon pledge.
Nolan Stelz. Thank you very much.
And Jessica Strudel the Trudel. That's what I tell my wife. I said, I'm going to give you the strudel tonight. You know what that is? Fucking icing and everything's all coming for you.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that all the time. This newspaper article comes from our friend Joseph DeWitt. Thank you, Joseph, for forwarding us this article. It says, Louisiana Catholic priest, 37 years old, is arrested for recording himself having a threesome with 2 dominatrices on church altar.
Hell yeah.
And this is not fake. Usually,
get it, Father?
A lot of people send us satire stuff that says, guy fucks walrus. I'm thinking, that's World Star Hip Hop. That's not a real fucking article. That's The Onion.
That's The Onion, yeah,
that's
exactly.
Not real. But this one's real. A Louisiana priest was arrested last month for allegedly recording himself having sex with 2 dominatrices on the altar of his church. According to NOLA.com, authorities identified the priest as Reverend Travis Clark and the woman as adult film actress Mindy Dixon. I know some guys right now like, go fucking Google the fucking shit. Mindy Dixon and 23-year-old Melissa Ching. But this is their real names. I don't know what, probably Ferrara and Daytona or something like that.
Something trashy.
The Catholic priest was reportedly caught in the act on September 30th by a passerby who noticed the lights in the St. Peter's and Paul Roman Catholic Church were on after hours. Just trying to go in there and get some hands laid up on you, get the Lord moving in your heart, but then they look through the window and see some shit going on. That's when the witness looked inside the church and saw Clark allegedly having sex with the women. That's better than the alternative of a priest.
Yes, it is.
The witness said the women were I was going to say distressed, but they were dressed in corsets. They probably were fucking distressed. And we're wearing high-heeled boots, according to NOLA.com. According to the news site, stage lighting, sex toys, and a cell phone on a tripod were also
on
the stage. And that was not his stage name either, tripod. That was what the camera was.
Look at his face.
He's cheesing that picture.
It's like he's in pain.
Look at those fucking scud missiles right there.
Eyebrows. Holy shit.
The witness. Oh my God, those are some swamp donkeys.
That other one's got some DSLs, though.
This one on the right's like, hey guys, you think I'd look a lot hotter if I shave my fucking eyebrows?
Yeah, she doesn't even have any.
Shaving eyebrows has never made anybody hot in the history of the entire world.
The other girl's eyebrows make up for it, though.
Yeah, she looks like fucking Roger Rabbit.
She has the permanently surprised expression.
Who's the cartoon chick in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Jessica Rabbit.
There you go. Yeah, she looks like her. The witness who reported the incident to police said Clark appeared to be recording the act. Both women reportedly told officers who arrived at the scene that they were filming role play with Clark. All 3 were then arrested on obscenity charges because they were in view of the public. I was kind of thinking for a second, what did they do wrong?
I still think that's debatable.
According to NOLA.com, Dixon had also posted about the sex act on social media the days before it occurred. I think they were probably trying to get people to walk by.
I don't know, man.
Following the arrest, the site reports that Dixon said he was traveling to the New Orleans area to defile a house of God with another dominatrix. Following the arrest, Clark, who was ordained in 2013, was suspended from the archdiocese. Church law says that when the sacred places are violated, they must be repaired by penitential rite before they can be used again. After the incident, Gregory Amen, the Archbishop of New Orleans Archdiocese, visited the church to perform a ritual to restore the sanctity of the altar, which is the most sacred of church spaces. They're all out waiting. They're out on bond, waiting to go back to jail.
Okay,
yeah, he couldn't have picked 2 uglier women to do that. I mean, he probably could have, but They definitely look like they've been hit with a bag of what the fuck, for sure.
I'm not going to shame the man.
Oh, and I was telling Rob in the Bro Talk episode, yeah, there's a new Bro Talk. You go to patreon.com/Brohio podcast. I started telling a story this week about how I was flying my drone around town here, and I was capturing some pictures of some magnificent fall foliage. Purple trees, red trees, orange trees, all really nice looking shit, Rob.
Very.
Would have used one of them purple trees to fuck myself with if I could have. They were that nice looking trees. And by the way, stick around to the end of the episode to hear the shout outs for the chocolate pickle shout outs on.
Oh, yeah.
There's quite a few of them.
Good.
They're pretty nasty. Let's read them at the end of the episode.
Sounds good.
And I told Rob I went to the park. I went to the reserve over here. I think it's a metro park. Yeah, it's a reserve.
Right in between both of our houses.
There's a dam. And there was all kinds of people riding around. They were riding bicycles, longboards, skateboards. They were doing all kinds of stuff. And there was a long looping track around where I was recording. So I couldn't see, I could see the people coming around the giant bend, but I couldn't see them until they got into the bend. So right when the bend started is when they would pop out of the trees, just like fucking bats out of hell, and start coming around there. And I watched about 12 people almost wipe the fuck out. It was getting to the point where I'm like, I think I just want to stick around and watch these people fall, because I know there was going to be people that fell.
Yeah.
And I'm watching some girl come around rollerblades about wipe out, and I saw a dude on a longboard, some kids on skateboards, and a girl on rollerblades. Everyone's just getting it around that turn. And then I see some fat guy come around the corner on a 10-speed, just hair blowing in the wind, and he's like, when you start, the bike gets going so fast, and you're pedaling, but your pedaling isn't as fast as the speed of the bike, so you can't
keep up with the pedals.
Your fucking legs are just spinning like a gerbil on a
right.
wheel. That's what this fat guy looked like, and you see he's got the old shit look on his face. And then 3 seconds later, another fat friend pops around the corner. He's buzzing around the turn too, and then the fat guy in the back is like, "Hey man, is this what it feels like to ride a motorcycle?" And these guys are 40 years old. They got beard. No, the one guy is older than that. He's probably 50. The other dude's probably 40. He's like, "Hey man, is this what it feels like to ride a motorcycle?" And the fat guy in the front's like, "No, it's good. It's a lot easier to steer this thing than it is." And he's trying to talk to him, but they're out of breath from riding fat bicycles. And he's like, "You got a lot more power on a motorcycle." Well, no, dipshit.
No kidding. It's motorized.
And they stop right where I'm at, because I'm right at the parking lot meets the trail. And the dude in the front gets off, and he's like, "Yeah, I was trying to tell you, it's pretty close to being on a motorcycle." I can tell this guy had never been on a motorcycle in his life. And the fat guy in the back that was asking about the motor, he's like, "Man, I've always wanted to get one, but I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it." And I'm just looking at my drone flying. I'm kind of laughing. I didn't have my drone up in the air. I was trying to do my safe. You got to do safety checks, and because I'm really close to an airport here. So they get up into the parking lot, and lo and behold, they both lock eyes onto my motorcycle. And I'm thinking, these motherfuckers are gonna go over here and start gooing on my bike and doing dumb, fucking each other on top of it. And they start looking around to see if the owner of the
they can figure out who it was. Yeah.
And I'm just looking down at my shit, and they decide. I could tell they decided that whomever owned the motorcycle was not present. So then they walk over, and the dude just grabs what he thinks is the throttle, but he's grabbing the brake side. Mm-hmm. So he's not grabbing the throttle side. I'm sorry. And he's like,
no, that's the
fucking. No, he fucking pulls it back, and he's like, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. And I'm seeing my bike falling down on its side. And I just look over and I'm like, "Hey, you want me to take you for a ride?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't hurting it. I wasn't going to hurt it." I'm thinking in my head, I know you weren't going to fucking hurt it, because I'll come up there and knock the fuck out of both of you is what will happen. And the fat guy that said he rode motorcycles before was the one that was like, and he was fucking shaking. He was at the fucking intersection idling too for a second. And I'm thinking, these guys have literally never fucked a vagina before in their entire lives. They've probably found a way to not touch their moms coming out of it when they were born, is my best thought at this point. And the other guy looks up, and he's like, "Man, should I ask him? And the other guy's like, he's like, yeah, if you will take me for a ride, I'll go for one. I said, God damn it, this fucking fat fuck just called my bluff. So I started to think to myself, can I make this a Brohio moment? Can I record me taking this probably 60-year-old man for a motorcycle ride around town here? Then I got to thinking about COVID. And then I got to thinking about what my wife would do when she found out that I was just giving random men motorcycle rides at the Metro Park. And I said, no, buddy, my license is suspended. My license aren't suspended, but and they were both they're like jolted, like fucking, they just saw a murderer. And they said, whoa. The one guy did, that had motorcycle experience.
Yeah.
Said, whoa, your license is suspended? I said, yeah, my driver's license. That's why I ride that. Which makes no fucking sense at all.
Not at all.
I'm just talking out of my ass at this point. I'm trying to get these fuckers to leave me alone so I can get up in the air and take some pictures. He said, you might want to get that taken care of. Thanks a lot. I will definitely get it taken care of. They start to walk away. And then the one guy turns, the non-motorcycle rider turns back around. And he says, I don't really care about your license being suspended. I said, no, I just want to fly. I just want to fly my drone. Get out of here. He's like, all right. And then I saw him in the truck. They got in the truck. They were arguing. I could tell they were arguing with each other, like fucking chicken pecking their heads back and forth at one another. So I don't know if they were boyfriends or what they were. If they were, I could have went home and watched.
They're debating on whether or not to call the cops on you.
You were fucking all over him. You wanted to ride on. That would definitely cause a fight between two gay males.
Yeah, I would say so.
You asked to take a fucking ride with him? Did he look gay? Yeah, he did. That's why I asked. I was wearing a tight-ass hoodie that I haven't worn in about 3 years. I could feel the wind blowing against my belly button hair, which means the bottom of my belly was hanging out of those.
Yes.
But
That's the best.
Yeah. I lived, though. I flew my drone, got some really nice pictures.
Man, I was so hoping you were going to tell me you gave him a ride.
No, I wanted to, man, but he was really fucking big. He was bigger than I was, and I'm thinking to myself, God damn, I don't know if you and I both get on this motherfucker, we're likely to flatten some tires,
right?
Do some serious damage. So I didn't give him a ride. They got this like kind of tuning thing on the back where you can tune the forks to make it stiffer or more bounce, more shock. And I don't know how to do it. I just get on it and ride it and change the oil and the coolant. That's all I do. And I didn't know. So I don't think I could have got both of our fat asses on there.
Yeah.
We would have been over 600 together easy. I mean, it's a big bike, but I just wasn't feeling it.
Don't want to chance it.
Yeah.
I get that.
I told Rob today, because that's when we decided on the topic today, was let's talk about Project Bluebeam.
Sure.
Rob said, what is it? I said, Rob, this thing is so much fucking wild shit. So, we're going to be talking about the New World Order a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, not that New World Order.
No.
But I told Rob, I said, I really wanted that sound effect for this episode, so every time we say New World Order, we can hit that soundbite, and you guys can hear it along with us. If some of you are not familiar, that's the NWO from WCW, a la Hulk Hogan, a la Razor Ramon, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, all those guys. This conspiracy here takes us in places we've never gone before.
Sweet.
Wild places. Project Bluebeam. There's aliens. There's U.S. government. Not a lot of aliens. Actually, there's no aliens involved at all. No real aliens. They just want you to think there's aliens.
Hypothetical aliens.
There is an artificial rapture returning of Jesus used via light show from NASA. Can you tie it all together yet?
Nope.
No, me neither. So hold the fuck on tight because I have no idea.
We'll try to figure it out together.
Is there anything I've forgotten that we do at the beginning of an episode because we're 20 minutes in?
We did the article. Nope. That's it. Article patrons.
The fat guys on the motorcycles.
Talked shit.
Yeah, okay. Now more than ever, I do think there is a concentrated effort for a new world order. I don't know if Rob thinks the same thing as I do. I'm going to pull this up real close because this is fixing to be a good one, and I want to be able to lean back, unbuckle my pants.
Chill.
Yeah. Do you, okay, I often cast aside the theory of a new world order. One of the topics that we've ran from for the better part of 3 years is the Illuminati, the new world order. Although it does find its way. Sorry, it does find its way into our episodes occasionally, right?
Yeah. Inevitably. I mean, when you talk about stuff we do, it's going to come up.
Yeah. Really nasty stuff.
Yeah.
With everything that's changing in the world right now, I do believe there's some type of concentrated effort to feel out what it would be like for us to have a new world order.
Oh, definitely.
We have the World Health Organization that's kind of overseeing a lot of this coronavirus stuff. I don't know what that agency consists of, but I do know that there's been nothing come from China that I want to solicit their advice. Really good at fucking electronics and stuff, but as far as this coronavirus thing, I don't think they've done the greatest, much like every other country. But then there's the point that in our media here in America, I don't know what the narrative is in other countries. There's a narrative that China is the origin of the coronavirus that's kept us in our fucking houses for going on a year now. That's kept us locked up in our houses for 3/4 of a year, essentially. Well, I don't necessarily want to take their advice if they're the ones soliciting it. So this World Health Organization is kind of the authority and a big player in this coronavirus stuff. But that kind of seems to me like that's almost a way of them feeling out a new world order, like a one world authoritarian government. And that's and the United Nations. That's another one where I'm just like, why do we have to? I understand that the premise of the United Nations is to keep the entire world safe. Russia will blow a butthole in every fucking camel in the Middle East right now. It doesn't matter what that fucking camel's doing. Russia will take it out if they have to. So I don't know why we have to conspire with other countries. I'm one for peace, Let's just all get this. Let's just fucking get rid of all the goddamn rockets and I'll be happy. Those women from that story at the beginning of those, they look like Scud missiles. There's some ugly fucking broads. Jesus. He probably paid those fucking bitches to come there and fuck him. You know that, right?
Oh, I'm sure he did, yeah. Not in prayers either.
Holy water. We got some right here.
We do.
From Bishop Long. Incredible guy. We got to get him on the show sometime.
That'd be great, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be, there's been a lot of talk about it, I wouldn't even be surprised if this illness is actually man-made and released to control. And that's one of the things they said.
Population control.
Yep. I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying that, hey, you know what? At this point, I wouldn't put it past anybody.
Dude, and you can't put your finger on it because nobody knows, man.
Yeah.
And if you do hear some sniffles, some gags, Rob and I have both been very sick this week.
Yeah.
I don't know how sick Rob has been, but I can speak for myself that this past week at work, one of my coworkers said, I wasn't sure if you were going to live or not.
I haven't been too bad. It's just the fall and the spring, my sinuses are all fucked up, so I'm just riding that wave right now.
Riding the wave with Dave.
Yep, just staying on some allergy medicine, and I'm good.
Fuck it, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't... There you go. You got it.
Sorry.
You got it. I oftentimes cast aside the New World Order kind of conspiracies because there's just so much to it, and it's so crazy. But like I said, in this day and age with everything going on, it kind of makes you think. What they talk about this New World Order. You think that's getting old yet?
No.
Okay, all right.
We got to keep it going. I think we should turn it up.
Turn the fuck up.
Crank that shit.
The hardest part about implementing the NWO is getting the whole world to follow along. Am I right? Because we got so many people here in America like, you're a bunch of goddamn sheep. You're a bunch of goddamn sheeple people. We were going into the Pirates Voyage in Pigeon Forge, an incredible dinner theater. There's a goddamn 2 pirate ships. These pirates fight each other with seals, like real seals and dogs and ducks and fuck. I was going to the bathroom. He said, hold on, sir. Can you wait for a second? I said, what for? I got to use the bathroom. I got my 3-year-old with me. She's about to piss herself. He said, there's about to be some ducks come through here. I said, what? He said, some ducks. I looked down at Paige. I said, hey, sweetie, there's about to be some ducks. As soon as I said that, quack, 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 like 50 ducks go out on by. And they all go out on the stage, and they're performing in this fucking show.
That's great.
I know. But the Pirates Voyage, they do a really good job. When you're going in, they take everybody's temperature. They make sure you're wearing a mask. If you're not wearing a fucking mask, you can't come in.
Good.
I don't care if you have. I got the sheeple last month. I got the asthma.
Wear a fucking mask, people. Jesus.
Well, that guy behind me, the dude at the front door was, you could tell he'd been working show business his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
This Pigeon Forge strip was his thing. And he says, I can't let you in without a mask, buddy. Everybody's wearing a mask. And this dude behind me goes, this whole country's fucking sheeple. This perfect
God.
fucking... Yeah. And I said, God damn it. And I'm thinking, I'm on vacation with my children. Don't do it, Nick.
Like, dude, it's not that big of a deal. Like, even before the pandemic, fucking Japan managed to wear masks literally all the fucking time. It's just out of courtesy. Like, granted, it might not kill you, but it could potentially kill somebody else.
Yeah.
I have to work outside and sweat my ass off while wearing a mask. If I can do it, everybody else can fucking do it.
Yeah, if it saves one life, I don't have a problem with it. I don't like wearing masks.
I don't either.
But
hey, I do it.
Just until it's over, I guess. But I guess we're the sheeple. And before I could even get half a word out, mind you, Pigeon Forge isn't just a bunch of people from Tennessee. There's people from all over the world, dude.
Yeah.
Within about 7 seconds, someone in a Boston accent walks up and goes, hey, won't you shut the fuck up? I said, goddamn. I ain't got to do it. The dude from Boston just did it.
Fucking Mark Wahlberg came out of nowhere.
So won't you shut the fuck up? And I was watching Bill
Burr
is Saturday Night Live monologue.
His monologue. And
everyone's like, oh my God, oh my. And I'm thinking, if you really listen to this dude's fucking stuff.
Nah, dude, Bill Burr's great.
Your head would fucking roll, man. Because that monologue he did on SNL was nothing.
No.
Compared to what he really...
He made some good points.
Yeah, he did. He made some really good points, but he's a comedic genius. He's
one of the best.
Yeah, he's the absolute owner of his craft. Okay, but the question I have about the NWO is between, for instance, George Soros, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, all these guys have so much goddamn money that why would they ever want to implement a one world government?
Right.
But then on the flip side of the coin, I think to myself, maybe they want this one world government so they don't ever have to worry about losing these riches. So I'm trying to reason on both sides of the fence here to try to figure out why anyone would want a one world government of any at all. But if I had that much money, I just would I would pay someone to hold my penis while I pissed. They would have a hard time, but because that thing is wild, buddy. Sometimes it gets so crazy I gotta hit it with an injection to put it to sleep. It's like a fuck. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take that out. It's like I'm gonna put a mark there. Take that out. It's like a crazy person at the nut house.
Yeah. Man, like there's this. You're just talking about like all these rich people and stuff, and like there's this app that not really an app, it's a website. It's called...
You fuck rich guys in your spare time?
No. It's called Neal, NEAL.fun, and it has a bunch of different shit that you can do. It gives you Bill Gates' total net worth, and you can select different things that you would buy with it, just so you can see how much fucking money he would have left over. Like I just put over over 1,000 gaming consoles.
Over 1,000?
Over 1,000, just buying it with his money right now. Hang on. Over 15,000 single family homes, roughly around $300,000 a piece. Over 10,000 McDonald's franchises. He still has $80 billion left.
After doing that?
After doing all this.
Oh, okay.
Like this is how a yacht, $7.5 million.
Because the way you're pitching that, you're like, 1,000 gaming. I'm like, that's not that expensive.
No. That's what I'm saying. I would buy like
okay.
you can put how many ever you want to buy in there or whatever.
Okay.
So like say like the yacht's like 7.5 million. So you want to buy 500 of those. He still has $76 billion left.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
Like the amount of money these people have, it's fucking insane.
And if I caught him out where he didn't have any protection, I would knock him down.
You definitely take him.
I would fuck the shit out of him so hard that he would pay me to come back. I would give him the best Bill Gates dicking down. He might not have a wiener anymore. He probably has like a reptile body or just a hole that he pisses and shits out of.
There was like...
He's like a woman. He pees and poops out of the same hole.
He's created his own hole. There was this video maybe like 10, 15 years ago where he was given like his home tour. And that fucking house was ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. When I was done fucking him, I'd piss inside of him too. I'd make him feel really nasty when it was done. Oh, I gotta find the next place in my notes here. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, me too. We haven't even talked about the shit yet.
One of the hardest parts about getting people to move to a single world government is to get them to unseat from the beliefs that they already have.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest ways to get people involved is to go along with their movement. What are the Christianity, for instance? I'm saying ways to get people, a mass quantity of people to do something all the same to get them to believe one thing. And that's Christianity, the Islamic faith,
mm-hmm.
all these different religions where you can get all of these people thinking on the same page. You can get all of them kneel at the altar, take this bread as if it were my body, drink this as if it were my... And everybody does it. Everybody in the building does it because it's what they see everyone else doing. What are you really doing when you do that? Who knows? You're eating some old fucking crackers when you take communion. I know that because I got some stale fucking crackers at communion a bunch of times when I was younger. When I was at fat camp, they served us pound cake instead of crackers.
Counterproductive.
They're like, we know you guys are having a really hard time. And we don't have any wafers for you.
We want to make you feel more at home.
How about some pound cake?
Angel food cake.
We found some wafers. We found some Nilla wafers. I put milk on those and eat them like they're cereal.
Oh, man.
It's delicious. You like Nilla wafers?
I do.
They're good. Banana pudding. That's good stuff.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask you anyways. This is completely off topic, but did you see the trailer for the new Borat?
No, but
no. Fuck yeah, man.
Oh, very nice. Definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah.
And we can get people to do all these different things. Oh, well, all the same thing with religion. Mm-hmm. And I think that at the end of the day, we've said it before, what makes someone else right compared to our right, and what makes their wrong make our wrong right or our right wrong? Who the fuck makes that ultimate decision?
I know what you mean, and I've never understood that either.
So there's a common thread here, and they use it against you in this Project Bluebeam. The uncertainty of all these different gods. Mm-hmm. What makes your God right and my God wrong? Like we just said. What if there's one supreme Messiah being back there pulling all the strings? One God of all the gods. Sounds completely fathomable to me. Mm-hmm. That kind of, this Project Bluebeam plays off of that script a little bit here.
Okay.
It definitely, this sounds crazy, but when you put everything together, it all makes sense. That's the craziest part about all this. And you can look at all the different ways that religion can disrupt someone's everyday life. You look at the things that it makes a person do. There's a guy across from my locker at work. I believe he's Muslim, and they pray several times a day on a rug. But sometimes at shift change, he's in prayer, and I take tremendous steps to be quiet and steer clear and let him, praise his God and give him his time and his religious freedom and all that stuff. But that's to him, it's not a disruption. To me, him being there is not a disruption, but it's disrupting his day that he has to stop in the middle of the day and get on the ground and praise his God. which is completely fine. Like I said, it's not a disruption to him, but to someone that's not him, it is a disruption to his day. Just like Christians, a lot of them will stop and pray before dinner, or if they get on Facebook, you say, please pray for me, and some people will actually genuinely stop and say a prayer for that person. That's disrupting your fucking day. So essentially this religion can do that. It can seemingly disrupt your day, even though you don't think it's disrupting your day, but it can disrupt a lot of things about your life that isn't normal to another person. It may be your norm, but it's not necessarily. So just these words that have been passed down from many generations, these writings that we're not even 1,000,000% sure if they're true or not, can disrupt an entire person's physical day tens of thousands of years after it was ever put on paper. Or who knows? The Bible might have been written in the 1600s. We don't fucking know.
No, we don't.
And Project Bluebeam is an absolutely stunning conspiracy that is, in my opinion, completely plausible, like I said a moment ago. The coolest part about this conspiracy theory is it's something that's completely perpetuated by NASA.
Nice.
The motherfucking scientists that shoot the rockets into space. Or do they? Are they who we thought they were? I tried to get Alex Jones on for this episode.
Couldn't get hold of him.
Apparently I'm on some type of watch list and they're not taking phone calls from my phone number. I've called the show before. Never got through, but I couldn't get him to hop on the show. They turn the freaking frogs gay. That's what they're doing over at InfoWars.
It happens.
Infowars.com. Good, right?
Yeah, I like it.
There are 4 steps, and it's very important to remember, there are 4 steps to the NWO world takeover that Project Bluebeam references. We're going to go through all 4 steps of what has to happen for the NWO to achieve world authoritarian single world government. And they're going to use fucking aliens and holograms and fake Jesuses, and they're going to do all this stuff to get there.
Hell yeah.
This conspiracy was brought to the forefront by a Canadian journalist by the name of Serge Monet. It's French. It looks like Monostat, but I think it's Monast.
Monast.
And Monostat goes a really long way when you've got flared out hemorrhoids, but I hear it's for yeasty vaginas.
Yeah.
Do you know what? And some women don't realize this. The uncertainty that goes through a young man's name or through a young man's head when he hears for the first time about a fucking yeast infection. When you're 14,
I still don't fucking know what's going on.
Your mom sprouted a loaf of bread in her puss. What's that? It's sourdough. That's the bad one right there. Oh, Rob Dog is. I hear you're calling for Granny. Is that you calling for me from down the hallway, Rob Dog? Are you calling for me?
No, I haven't.
You better bring some barbecue sauce because we're grilling down here. We're going to have some pork and beans. You're bringing that, aren't you, Rob Dog?
I'll bring it.
We're going to have some gushy, moist sourdough. I grew it myself.
That's so fucking gross.
It's right here in my pussy, Rob Dog. You can't shave this off with a razor. Isn't that what they say?
Sure.
You're right, dude. I don't know what a fucking yeast infection is.
No.
Yeasty, I know that. That's all I need to know to keep me out of that shit.
I hope to never find out.
I don't know what keeps my dog from eating his own shit, but that's what keeps me from fucking going after yeast infection. I think guys can get them too. I remember my dad used to tell some of my friends would go around with fucking tight pants, like tight jeans were kind of when the emo thing started to catch on.
Yeah.
You might have been one of them, Rob. I don't know.
No.
But when he see my friends wearing tight jeans, he'd be like, oh, I better be careful. You're going to get a fucking yeast infection. No, they're not, Dad. They got wieners. But I think guys can get them too. I'm not a gynecologist or a psychiatrist, but I think guys can get yeast infections.
Y'all know about that?
Yeah. So this, where Serge Monostat, he later published all this information in his conspiracy theory here in a book called Project Bluebeam NASA. This fucking guy has immediately after he releases this theory, this conspiracy theory, he has a daughter abducted by what many say was the government, the Canadian government. Within the reason they say that she was abducted was for them to get him to stop talking about what he had found in Project Bluebeam.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I've called it Project Blue Book yet.
I keep wanting to, every time you say it, I'm like, Blue Beam? I keep thinking like you want to say Blue Book.
No, I don't remember if I've said Project Blue Book yet.
I don't think you have.
I don't mean Project Blue Book. It's Project Bluebeam. It's completely different. So when he comes out with this conspiracy, but it wasn't stuff that he made up. He referenced that he was speaking to high-ranking military officials. He was speaking to high-ranking government officials, people that still had a conscience, that still said, we can't do bad things to the people. And they were kind of relaying this information to him as a journalist. He starts to come forward with this stuff, and he's doing all this research, and they take his daughter. His daughter is never seen again. Within a short amount of time of his daughter being abducted, she uses a bargaining chip to get him to shut up. He fucking dies from a heart attack at some strange overseas country. He had one unnamed journalist that was working with him collectively on the research for Project Bluebeam. Mm-hmm. Within days of the Monostat guy dying, the other guy drops dead from a heart attack as well.
Yeah, that sounds like the Clintons.
Yeah. And I'm reading about all of the governments that still to this day utilize artificial heart attacks are one of the cleanest kills you can do as someone that does hired kills.
Right.
Or these artificial heart attacks. I wish someone would give me a fucking fart attack. Did you get that video of me farting this morning?
Yeah.
Right before I sent that one, I farted and she was like, hey! Stop! I didn't get it on tape, so I shot her again with a fart gun. I said, come here and smell this. And my 3-year-old's like,
no.
No. She knew what was up. Okay, one of my favorite parts of this conspiracy is there will be a slow build to an alien invasion. It feels like something that we are going through right now.
Sweet.
You're probably wondering how the fuck does an alien invasion tie in with the New World Order, tie in with a rapture, tie in with a new religion that we haven't even talked about yet? Well, we're going to break down all the walls for you right now.
Let's get to it.
What I just referenced, we could be on the cusp of what they say this is going to be. How over the past few months, I feel like they've been slowly adapting us to the thought that there's some aliens out there. There's some extraterrestrials in our galaxy, in our solar system, and we've had some contact with them.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
You've seen all the newspaper articles over the past few months, and the guys from I think it was the Navy that saw that thing in the sky that's so famous now, and they just couldn't keep up with it and was doing all this wild stuff. Either we are really dealing with some aerial threats that we're not familiar with, or they're trying to just slowly ease. My grandpa used to get up behind me, and he would, when I'm going through the line for Thanksgiving, and he would get up behind me, and he would kind of ease his pelvis into my backside. Say, get the fuck off. No, I'd be like, our safe word was always when I passed out. That's what he said it was. Yeah, my head hitting the fucking hardwood. No, but I feel like they're kind of easing into us, giving us this alien thing right now. I feel like they've known this shit for a long time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Area 51, they're like, we got fucking aliens out here. We're going to tell them it's a goddamn balloon. Like a birthday balloon? No, like a weather balloon. But I like birthdays. Let's tell them it's fucking birthday balloons. They've been easing into us for a long time, Rob Dog.
I feel like that's how we know, like, that's how we went in such a jump in advancement in technology over the past century.
I can definitely see that, man. We've come up, but then I feel like we flatlined over the past 10 years as far as technology. I don't think we went from gasoline cars to watches that you can talk to someone on the other side of the world with no delay at all pretty quickly.
The invention of the internet was by far the pinnacle.
For us, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're a part of that, man. We're in that generation. Isn't that so cool?
That is cool.
You remember your first internet search?
I don't.
Mine was Hanson. Signs of the times, though, baby.
Mine was probably something gay like Limp Bizkit or something.
Yeah, how to get fucked in the ass when you're 6.
And I was like 12.
Give me something to bring. Break your fucking butt tonight. Yeah, it's probably Limp Bizkit. You're a big Limp Bizkit fan.
I was, yeah.
You inspired me to get a Limp Bizkit shirt when we were in school.
From the very first album, man.
That's one of the only shirts I have left from high school is the Limp Bizkit shirt.
I don't have anything.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks, dude. I still have that one. Where he's like,
oh yeah.
That's
sweet.
It's in my parents' attic. Still got a lot of cum on it, but it's there. A lot of cum.
Fred Durst would be proud.
Okay. So we're definitely getting acclimated to an alien invasion. I feel it. I feel it in my fucking cum in my loins.
Hell yeah.
It's coming, dude. Step 1 of Project Bluebeam. Settle in, folks. There's gonna be fucking earthquakes. Not real earthquakes, Rob Dog. Artificial earthquakes. I caused an artificial earthquake last night in my bedroom, if you know what I mean.
I get it, man.
I got up and my knee hurt and I fell. I was going to piss in the middle of the night because I pissed 20 times in the middle of the night and my knee gave out. Actually, it's my foot. I'm having a lot of plantar fasciitis. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Brock Lesnar had that.
Yep, he's a pussy, though. I got up and went to the bathroom. He's a big old pussy. Like, one of my favorite things to do is we see someone big and bad in public, just some dude that's yoked, just huge, rock the fuck. I'll stare at him, and I'll look at Stacy, and I'll say, I'll beat the fuck out of him. If I saw Brock Lesnar in public, I don't think I would do that. He's one of the few guys I'd be like, you got it, fam. You got it.
Dude, I'd have fucking specialty made gloves because his hands were so big.
He's like a goddamn gorilla.
He's like a XXX glove.
His dick is probably insanely small.
I bet it is. All that fucking...
That's why he had to steal Mark Marrow's chick and not someone like Stone Cold's or... Wild man, Mark Marrow.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
Yep, that was Sable's first husband.
Yeah.
He was a Golden Gloves boxer, dude.
Was he?
Yeah, and he said he was on...
he had a mustache to die for.
He did. He was on Stone Cold's podcast, and he said, Brock Lesnar wanted her? I said, you got her? You see that fucking guy? There's just some guys, when they walk in, they're like, I'm taking your fucking wife. You're like, all right, dude, she's all yours. Brock Lesnar's one of those dudes.
Oh, yeah.
You can have her, buddy. Believe me, give her chocolate. You're going to be miserable if you don't give her chocolate. Step 1, Project Bluebeam. There's going to be earthquakes. Fucking artificial earthquakes, Rob. They're going to be all over the world.
Okay.
So in order to get people to subscribe to this plan of a new world order, there will be a concentrated effort to break them away from the religions that they've known their entire lives. Like I said, the Islamic faith, Christianity. Part of doing that is these earthquakes, Rob. They're going to fake this. These are all fake. But they're going to fake finding archaeological evidence that would discredit or disprove everything that they've learned about religion from the very beginning. So these earthquakes are going to be pinpointed in specific holy places around the world. And once these earthquakes happen, it's going to unearth, it's going to open the fucking earth up. And they're going to find these archaeological writings, all kinds of different things that completely discredit all the religious beliefs that they've had their entire lives. So pretty much saying Jesus is fake and discredit, disprove all of everything that everyone believes about their religion. So it's not just going to be one religion. They're going to go to the Middle East, their earthquake, they're going to find stuff about the Islamic faith. In America, that earthquake is going to find stuff about Jesus being fake. Whatever the Hindus are going to find things that make their God fake. Mm-hmm. The Buddhists are going to find things that make Buddha fake. These different things are going to happen all over the world in the specific religious hotspots of those religions, these fake earthquakes that I'm talking about here. And I didn't read much about how they're going to make these fake earthquakes. I don't think it would be too hard to fake an earthquake. We've got bombs that will do a lot of fucking shit right now.
Yeah, there was a lot of maybe like 2010, 2012 around in that area. There was a lot of artificial earthquakes that were reported in the Ozarks whenever they were supposedly building their underground city.
Yeah. You ain't got to tell me shit. I already know, dude.
So all the residents would report of these real bad earthquakes that they were having.
Yeah, and you don't know, man. No. None of us knows. No one really knows. It's just a fucking.
It's a shit show.
It's a beautiful shit show. there's going to be falsified archaeological evidence or information that will be found and that will be used to make all the nations believe that their religious doctrines have been misunderstood for centuries and misinterpreted. So I kind of explained that wrong. That does make a lot of sense to me. I think that completely discrediting Christianity altogether, just to be like, okay, God, Jesus was fake. They're not going to go for that. They're going to be like, you're the motherfucker that they warned us about in the Bible. You're the bad man. You're the Antichrist. But if you can find a way to present to them evidence that they've interpreted their religion wrong for many years, that would be a little easier to make them drink from that nipple than it would be to be like, Jesus is fake. Because people say that all the time now. Like, my God is an awesome God and he'll fucking fuck you up. And you can't just tell a Christian that, Jesus is fake. They're not going to buy it. So if you can present them something, be like, we're taking a look at what you think is true. Much like things from the Old Testament. Mm-hmm. People these days, Christians,
they like to overlook that.
They'll say, well, that's the New Testament. That's a little fucking different, buddy. Bucko,
But if it's the Old Testament, that's the original beliefs.
Yeah.
That would be what would be closest to the time of Jesus.
That doesn't count. That does not count. That's not... The Old Testament was before Jesus. The New Testament was when the motherfucker was walking in the Crocs and the sandals around the... But the Old Testament says things there about fucking killing your wife if she's raped because she's dirty and all kinds of just weird, off-the-wall shit. Stuff that we shouldn't do.
Sounds like a bunch of shit that an insecure man would write.
Yeah, you're nasty now. You pooped. Women didn't poop in the Bible. I had her killed because she pooped. I've pooped that's killed people before, but I've never been killed for pooping.
Man, no. I think I've killed a couple people before.
Oh, that reminds me of my new patented move. I call the turtle aquarium. I've been doing it for my family. You want to hear about this for a second?
Yeah, I'd love to.
So what I do is I go in the bathroom and close the door, turn the shower on as hot as it'll get. Then I sit down, I get completely naked, and I start taking a shit. This works, Rob.
Okay.
I'm making this up myself. This is the turtle aquarium. You're not ready for this. I'll sit down, I'll take a big naked shit with the fucking hot water going screaming, blowing the hot steam under the door, get real nice and fucking foggy in there.
Nice and toasty.
And then I'll leave the toilet seat open for extra added insult to injury. Flip the fucking toilet, the bowl, the toilet seat up as well. Not just the lid. Flip the lid and the whole thing. The ring up. Just get a raw shit on porcelain. You can really, if you really want to be nasty, you can drain the water out of the toilet itself and just shit on bare porcelain. I don't recommend that. That's kind of something.
You got to clean it up afterwards, though.
For someone like me that doesn't mind the smell of their own brand, I'll do it. I've been known to do it a time or two. I was like, I'm siphoning gas. I just suck the water out of the toilet and I spit it in the shower. You take the big nasty shit. You just leave it lay there on the porcelain like a dead dolphin. You get in the shower. Then you call for your wife. Your wife she'll come and help you. If you need help in the bathroom, your wife's coming. Because they think you might have fell. Or in my house, I need a fucking towel. Either I fell or I need a towel.
My wife just wants to see me naked, so that's why she'll come in.
That's why I would go in. So, and they'll crack the door and like, what? And then you have to talk back to them with your lips completely closed. Like you're doing like a reverse ventriloquist. And they'll be like, what? And you'd be like, and then they'll step all the way in and be like, what'd you say? And you'd be like, close the door, it's cold. So when they close the door, they essentially seal themselves in there with a fucking odorous turd, this filthy, it's using the wings of the fog to fly around the bathroom, just a little turd like it's like, oh, they're flying around on the steam from the shower.
Okay. And
then your wife has to smell your raw shit. Raw poop.
That's where Corona came from.
This doesn't have to be your wife. You can do this to
your grandma,
your grandma's bingo friends. Fuck, have them all come over, wear masks, and just do the turtle aquarium. If you do the turtle aquarium, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. Let us know how it went.
Bonus points if you video record it.
Yeah, from inside the shower.
But just not your naked body.
It's the turtle aquarium, patented at the Brohio Podcast. Where are we at? We gotta fucking get back on topic.
Yeah, man, we're way off topic and we're 55 minutes in.
Oh god, I don't even know where we're at. Or like we just said, if you can get them to kind of feed them little nibbles of stuff that kind of changes the way they've thought about this stuff for all these years, you might be able to pull that off. One of the biggest elements of this Project Blue Beam plan is that we have undergone psychological preparations for many, many years. Films such as 2001: A Space Odyssey, never seen it, no desire to, neither for this next one. The Star Trek series, never fucking seen it, no interest. But also in Star Wars, all of which deal with the invasion from space and the coming together of all nations to repel the invaders. Mm-hmm. The last film, Jurassic Park, deals with the theories of evolution and the claim that God's words are lies. And then what this conspiracy theorist is saying is that these movies are conditioning us for this big move from Project Bluebeam of a move to a single world government.
Okay.
These movies are conditioning us. I do not know what the beliefs are. I know evolution is not a belief of Christianity. They don't believe we've evolved, that we came from fucking semen in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the evolution of human whatever. It's a cartoon. It's like a 12-minute cartoon, and it goes through every phase of what we were up until we were just a little tiny organism living on this motherfucker.
Okay.
And we started off as lizards and dinosaurs before we were humans. So Jurassic Park kind of throws a veil on the fact that, hey, fucking, what do you believe as far as like your religion? God says that we just out of a rib or an apple or some shit like that popped up one day.
Out of an apple.
Some fuck bitch eating an apple.
I've said it before, I just like to think that an alien fucked a monkey.
That's plausible.
And then made humans.
That was one of the topics.
Some form of human.
I'm definitely part alien. I got some type of different gender thing going on.
I got the smooth spot.
We're reptiles. It is very important to understand in the first step, when these earthquakes hit in different parts of the world where there's going to be scientific and archaeological teachings have indicated that there are mysteries about religion. So there are question marks when it comes to even a Christian. You can ask them certain questions about why the fucking lived so long back then. And they're like, I'm not 1,000,000% sure. There's a lot of mysteries to many religions. There's a lot of, you can never have the answer to everything. I don't think, unless you're me or you, we know everything.
Of course we do.
But you will never, especially in religion, you'll never have all of the answers. The person with all the answers is the person that you're worshiping. That's kind of how that works. During these earthquakes, they'll rediscover these mysteries that have been, not the mysteries, but they'll rediscover the answers to the mysteries that have been asked for so long. And the discovering of these mysteries will discredit all fundamental religious doctrines. So they're going to fill in the cracks. Excuse me.
You're fine.
They're going to fill in the cracks with all these truths that they find from these earthquakes.
You could fill in my crack.
I absolutely will. Give me about 3 more hours for us to, this is going to be
it's going to be a long one.
We'll get through it, Rob.
Yeah.
You're going to love boogers right now. They will, and by discrediting these religious doctrines, they'll destroy the beliefs of Christians, Muslims, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists. Everyone on the entire planet will be a victim of these false earthquakes. To do that, they have to have some false proof from the far past that will prove to all nations that the religions they've been following their entire life has all been misinterpreted and misunderstood. So maybe they'll make the Christians believe, there's the possibility that there was someone else besides Jesus, another right hand of God, or there's a God to the God. They can make them believe. They're going to find all this stuff they've fabricated themselves and make the masses believe it. But how are they going to make the masses believe all of these things? Because you can't just be like, pop up on TV and be like, We found the Black Bible today. It's kind of like the regular Bible, but there's a little more darkness.
It's got a way bigger dick.
Yeah. Everyone in it is gay, for starters. And not the good gay, the bad gay. Like where they're eating each other's poop and stuff. Is there a good gay and a bad gay?
I don't know, maybe.
I feel like the bad, yeah, there's just like there's bad straight where you eat each other's poop.
Oh, yeah,
There's bad gay where the bros eat each other's poop. We don't do that here in the Bro High Studios.
No, I'm not about that.
I love the sweet, fun men that are gay. They like to have fun and party.
If you eat shit,
don't write us. Write your mom and ask her what your fucking problem is. What she smoked while she was having sex with your dad.
When was the first time you ate a turd? Let us know.
I would like.
What was it shaped like? Was it like a Frosty?
Real. If you have eaten shit before, human shit, we'd love to hear from you. We'll keep it completely anonymous,
especially in a sexual act.
BroHioPodcast@gmail.com. We're asking for trouble. We're asking for trouble. We have a very special new sponsor to tell you about. Every Plate. They reached out. They said, hey, let us send you boys some free food from Every Plate. Give us a try and let everybody know if you like it. Well, we did. You can get meals that your bank account and your palate will enjoy delivered right to your door. Every Plate offers contactless delivery to your doorstep. For easy home cooking on a budget, Every Plate does the meal planning, shopping, and prepping for you. But the big thing here, guys, at Every Plate, we have to talk to you about this insanely low price point. It's making it the huge deciding factor for us of why we're subscribed to one of their meal plans. I'm talking only $2.99 a serving if you use our promo code, which is BroHio3. I was completely skeptical at first, but I think that once I got my wife on board with these incredible menu options they have, it made it so easy for our family to switch to Every Plate. They are 58% cheaper than other major meal kits out there. In fact, we tried it. We had meatloaf, spicy sausage penne. We had all kinds of delicious food delivered to the BroHio podcast store. They told us the day before they were sending it, and it came in a cooler. The food was chilled. The meat was cold coming out of the box. There was fresh produce. All the recipes were there. Everything we needed was right there to prepare the meals for everybody in the house. And here's something special for only the listeners of BroHio Podcast. You go to everyplate.com. You're going to use the promo code BroHio3. That's BROHIO, the number 3 as your promo code. You're going to get 3 weeks of Every Plate meals for only $2.99 per meal by going to everyplate.com. Like I said, enter BroHio3. That's everyplate.com, BroHio3. And oh, Lord, this episode of the BroHio Podcast is brought to you by the ones that get us up and get us going. That's Blue Chew. A long, long time ago when you were a younger man and you were ready to rock and roll, round it and pound it, anytime she was ready, you were ready. But then you got a little older, you got a little less impressive in the bedroom. If you're ready to take her to places she's never gone before and get that confidence back in the bedroom, listen up, guys. I'm here to talk to you about Blue Chew. They bring you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. You can take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And since they are chewable, they work up to twice as fast as a pill, so you can be ready whenever an opportunity arises. They're made in the USA, and Blue Chew is prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to the doctors and, all that awkward stuff. Right now, we've got a special deal for all the BroHio listeners. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment absolutely free. That's right. Use the promo code BroHio. You're just going to pay $5 shipping. Send us a screenshot, BroHioPodcast@gmail.com. We're going to send you some free stickers. Again, that's Blue Chew, BLUE, chew.com, promo code BroHio. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper, faster choice, and we thank them for sponsoring the BroHio Podcast. Make sure you use that promo code BroHio at BlueChew.com. I know a lot of us don't like to talk about mental health. I am included in that group of people. Oftentimes, the things going on inside your head are stopping you or hindering you from achieving your goals and even happiness. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can connect with them in a safe and private online environment, so it's so convenient. I myself connected with our friends at BetterHelp, and it could not have been more perfect for me. And when I mean that, guys, it's so much cheaper than the alternatives we have in our everyday lives. They're going to help you get in a place mentally where you're proud and happy and you're not fighting the things internally that you were fighting alone before. You're going to connect with them in a safe and private online environment, so it's very convenient, and you can start communicating with a therapist in under 24 hours. It's not self-help, it's professional counseling. You can send a message to your counselor anytime. You're going to get a timely response. You're going to get a thoughtful response. You're going to be connecting with people that care about you. You can also schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. They have a wide range of professional counselors in anger, family conflicts, grief, self-esteem, stress, trauma, sleeping, relationships, depression, whatever you are dealing with inside your head. They have someone that can help you. Anything you share is completely confidential. I can't say enough about the professionalism and the convenience of BetterHelp. It's also far more affordable than your typical counselors and therapists. And in fact, so many people are connecting with BetterHelp right now that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. Listen up, guys. I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener of the Brohio podcast, you'll get 10% off their already low prices your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/Brohio. That's 10% off your first month. All you have to do is go to betterhelp.com/Brohio. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Brohio. Just had to pause for the cause and blow about 10 pounds of mucus off my lungs.
You had a lot of ammo in the...
I did. Oh, so step 2 here.
Hey, finally.
How are we going to get them to believe all of the things that we're putting in front of them is the truth?
Good question.
We found the Black Bible and everything's fucked up. They're pooping, eating each other doo-doo. They're fucking the poop. After they're eating it, they're putting it in their hand. They're fucking the shit. They're eating the poop. How do you get them to believe all this stuff? That's what happens in step 2. This is where the shit really starts to get fun.
Cool.
This involves a gigantic space show. And when I say space show, I mean 3-dimensional optical holograms, sounds, lasers, projections of multiple holographic images to different parts of the world.
It's like the Boonshoff Museum for the whole world.
Yeah, like a planetarium. And they show the science behind it, and they got all the fucking satellites lined up and all these different things.
They're just broadcasting images into the stratosphere.
If I can go to the flea market, the redneck market, and buy a laser light that can blind a fucking jet pilot 100 miles up in the air,
yeah.
I know they have lasers they can shoot birds out of the sky with. I know they have lasers they can use to project holograms into our atmosphere.
Look what they did to Tupac that one time.
That motherfucker was dancing all over the stage.
He was everywhere.
He was a hologram. He still had a bigger wiener than me. Hey, Mary, come with me. And I know they have the fucking technology to do this shit. Mm-hmm. I sound so fucking crazy right now.
No, I get it.
But they're going to use these. They're going to turn the freaking frogs gay. They're going to turn the... They're going to use the lasers. They're going to project holograms into our atmosphere that we can see from the ground. Holy fuck, it's a goddamn spaceship.
Yeah.
But that's part of step 2. Oh,
I mean, we have fucking cars that can drive themselves and stop on their own.
Yeah, dude.
They can blow a picture up into the sky. It's not that far out.
16 presets on my satellite radio channel, radio station. 16 presets.
Why would you need that many?
I only use 4.
Yeah.
Real, dude. I try and tell me they don't have this shit. I know you fucking got it.
Imbeciles.
Yeah. Oh, God. Your phone ringing?
No.
Something's vibrating. Probably you.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so when they project these holographic images into the atmosphere, they're going to do it in all different parts of the regional national religions of faith. So the people in Asia, they're going to get a fat fucking Buddha up in the sky. The people in America are going to get a big old long-haired Jesus with a MAGA hat up in the sky, just telling Jesus how to come to Jesus Christ. And everyone, I don't know what
Rome and
I don't know what the Islamic faith, I don't know what their God looks like or what his name even is.
I don't either.
I'm sorry. I'm
sure I would know it if I heard it, but off the cuff, I don't know.
I don't know it either. I saw it earlier. Can't remember. Sorry, guys. It's alleged that the Soviet... I'm sorry, I skipped a part here. I said it earlier, when they do these holographic projections, they're also going to have a giant fucking sound system where they can project a voice out much like it's God's voice. You all right over there?
Yeah, I was...
Oh, looking for his name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're going to have the giant...
Allah?
That's it. We're so stupid.
I was thinking of Muhammad.
People are screaming at us right now.
You fucking idiots! We're not theologists. Is that
Praise
right?
Allah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we're nothing.
We're fucking idiots.
The peons. They're going to have these giant sound systems where they can project the new God's voice that will be speaking in all different languages.
Hell yeah.
The Soviets, right now, this is fucking old news.
Their God better be wrestling a bear. I'm fucking out.
No, they've been perfecting an advanced computer system for many years now and have been exporting this. They've been exporting this computer system to different nations around the world, is the belief. These computers, Soviet computers, were constantly fed with the particular studies of anatomy, electrical composition, electromechanical composition of the human body. They're also, these supercomputers were fed with the natural psychological particulars of the human mind. They were fed with electrical, chemical, and biological properties of the human brain. These computers were also fed with different languages from all human cultures and their meanings. The dialects of all these cultures have been fed in these computers around, and these computers, they can take them to space, and when they project these satellite transmissions, they can use, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but eventually the thought process is we're going to get to where we can be controlled via these satellite transmissions, wavelengths in our brains. So these supercomputers in the skies can project all of these different languages and feelings, but you have to get the people to where their bodies, their brains will accept these wavelengths from these satellite transmissions, where they can control you with these satellite transmissions.
This is some Black Mirror shit. I like this.
From these supercomputers that have been gathering information of everything about the human body and everything about the psychological makeup, the physical makeup of the brain. But these wavelengths, they're not just sending, if for America, it'd be like, oh, we've got barbecue, donuts, and blood pressure medicine. They can't project that all over the world because the people in Australia, that sounds fucking stupid if you ask me personally. So they got to project these different wavelengths, different thoughts to all these different cultures. I think.
Is Australia primarily like Christian?
Most.
I bet their God. I bet their Jesus surfs.
Yeah, for sure, dude. He wrestles shit,
or he rides around in a koala's pouch.
Or
maybe he has a koala riding in his pouch.
I'm terrified of drop bears.
Yeah,
the whole Australia thing, if you ask me. All right, we got to pause again. He's getting a little wild here in the Brahia Studios. You know what I mean? Hold on tight, boys and girls. He's different, and the reason they have to, I guess, perfect these wavelengths, these brain wavelengths, is so they can go against the people that are against the New World Order. So you have to have a way to control the brains of everybody, even the people that go against the grain and don't adhere to the standards of the New World Order. There's going to be another way for them to handle those people as well. We're not quite there yet. So these space holograms that we spoke of in the beginning they were in the beginning of step 2, will be used in a simulation of the ending of time. So they'll whatever religion you are
subscribed to.
Yes. There's an end time.
Always.
And that's what these holograms are going to be projecting into the sky, is what is said to be unfolding at the end of time. So you're going to see the end of the fucking world, the guys and the horses, and all the wild stuff and revelations, all the horrible shit that Johnny Cash tried to tell you about that you got to get right with the man. What's done in the deed will be brought, what's done in the dark will be brought to the light. Johnny Cash said it.
There you go.
I don't think he actually wrote that song, but who fucking cares? They're going to project. There's going to be a visual simulation of the end times in the sky. Like I said, different nations will be shown different scenes that will go along with what they believe are end times. These will be projected from satellites onto the sodium layer about 60 miles above Earth. Not all that high, perfectly visible to everybody in the world.
Right.
But here's this, Rob. We see these tests. They're already conducting these tests.
Okay.
Are you familiar with something called unidentified flying objects?
A little bit.
These wild things that everyone claims to see in the sky, they're already testing these holographic projections on us right now. We've moved on from UFOs. Now we have these synchronized drone things that they can do all kinds of stuff. But are they really? Because I've never known anyone that's like, yeah, synchronized drones. I fly drones. I'm in drone groups. There's never been a guy like, hi guys, I do synchronized drones, and I was hoping that I could find some people in the Dayton, Ohio area because I haven't fucked anybody in a long time. I don't see that stuff.
No, you don't.
On there. So they could be these synchronized drone shows. They could be doing that shit with these fake ass holographs that they're trying to get us to. Sorry, Rob. These will be deliberately staged events which will be shown to the world. They will unveil a new Christ or a new Messiah. In this Project Bluebeam, he's called Maitreya. And there's going to be I'm going to get into it. There's going to be one God above all the gods, but I'll elaborate in a moment. This will be used to immediately implement the new world religion. That's kind of what they're getting to by trying to get all of these religions to come together to make them think there's one God behind all their gods. It'll be an effort to group them all into this new world religion for this new world order. The project also has perfected the ability of the rapture. So they are going to be able to pick Christians up off the ground and zip them up into the sky, or who you think are Christians. We are seeing tests right now of this device that they use in the abduction of humans by mysterious little aliens. When we spoke to John Edmonds from Stardust Ranch, he talked about one incident where he ran outside and his fucking wife was flying up in the sky underneath the spaceship. He grabbed her under her leg, pulled her back down. All the times we hear of people that have been abducted by aliens, how they've been sucked up into the sky, into this mothership up inside that's in this conspiracy, that's them practicing this staged rapture. But it's not really going to be a rapture. It's going to be the final, like, okay, these people aren't going to conform to what we have going on. And for population control as well. To kind of make it seem like it's an end times rapture type deal.
Dealing with the problem on their own.
Not a coronavirus. They're not doing it that way. They're doing it with suckage, rapture suckage. Sure. This laser show will reach all corners of the world. No one will be excluded, not a single area. Different areas will see different messiahs. Jesus, Mohammed, Buddha, Krishna, whatever I think he might be, I don't know, Jewish.
Indian?
I have no idea. These were all merged into one Antichrist after the correct explanations of the mysteries and the revelations will have been disclosed. So those those archaeological things they found, they link, that's what these findings from these fake earthquakes, this information, this mysterious information that all these religions are going to learn is that there's a one Messiah that's, the head of the table, that he's all the gods are under him.
I think I was right.
Yeah. I don't think it was right, but
no.
This one God will in fact be the Antichrist, who will explain that the various scriptures have been misunderstood and misinterpreted, and that the religions of old are responsible for turning brother against brother and nation against nation. That could work. Therefore, old religions must be abolished to make way for the new age, new world religion representing the one God Antichrist that was there before them. And you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to believe that shit. But there's fucking shit in the sky like we've never seen before. When they finally put this all together, the Night of Lights is what I think they call it. They put this shit together in the middle of the night, and everyone's outside fucking tick-tocking the guy in the sky like, you're all fucking frauds. Tick-tacking. Everyone's
What if it's just like going back on our last episode, if it's just like Marilyn Manson from the Dope Show? He's just sitting there at this fucking smooth spot.
No ribs.
Yeah.
You
sucking his own dick.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. Watch this, everybody. It's gonna rain. I think that if we move ahead a little further here, this will all start to make a lot more sense to everybody. Naturally, this superbly staged falsification will result in dissolved social and religious disorder on a grand scale, each nation blaming the other for the deception, setting loose millions of programmed religious fanatics through demonic possession on a scale never has been witnessed before. Imagine that fucking holy war, dude.
Hell yeah.
If everybody's God showed up in the sky and said, right, this is all fucking fake, that there would be unlike anything we've seen before.
Like the final scene of Endgame.
Yeah, it'd be worse than that, dude.
Yeah.
In addition, this event will occur at a time of profound, listen to this for a second. This event will occur at a time of profound worldwide political anarchy created by some worldwide catastrophe. We are currently living in a climate where we're getting slowly acclimated to UFOs. Oh, and by the way, we're living in our first modern day pandemic that is taken over on a global scale, which I will say is a fucking catastrophe, if I had to say so myself. I don't like it. I don't like not being able to go to the movies.
No, I'm not a fan of it either.
Try and go to the movies. I get the best hand jobs at the movies. My wife's like, you better tip him when you're done. You ever got a handsky at a movie before, Rob Dog?
I've fucked in a movie before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, she won't do it anymore. Look, she's too worried about cameras. Usually it's me that won't fuck in public, but I'm like, man, come on, it's a movie theater.
Yeah,
they got cameras in there.
It's really easy. Oh.
Like, well, let's put on a show for them. They're giving us a show.
Yeah. Man, been really trying, baby. Well, I got naked and I had sex in the movie theater one time, but I stopped and I realized they were projecting the movie onto my ass. That's how big my ass is. I got a big old booty. Oh, gosh. Okay. The catastrophe. So that's the end of stage 2. Is when all of these things will be unleashed during a time of political anarchy. We've got that right now. We got people fucking killing each other in the streets over our goddamn president right now. I would not kill anybody for Joe Biden.
Oh, man.
I mean, I wouldn't kill anybody for any president ever, but...
I just can't wait to see the shit show once this election's over.
Dude. I can't wait. Either way, if Trump wins...
It's going to be a shit show regardless.
This place will blow off the fucking hook. It'll be so much anarchy. But then if Biden wins, I can't wait to see the fucking shit charade Trump puts on his way out. Everything was fake and I'm not leaving. I want to see a president actually be like, fuck you, I'm not leaving this bedroom. What does that even happen, dude? They said they moved the president out and in like 17 minutes during the inauguration. I've watched the video before because it's not like a slow, you're the fucking president. They can't come to you 4 days before you can be like, oh, Mr. President, you're going to have to sleep in your recliner tonight. We got to move your bed to your new...
Right.
Well, sure, that sounds great. So they move him during the inauguration. The simple swearing in of the president is when they transition all of the furniture. They take all of Obama's nice, beautiful furniture and they replace it with all of Donald Trump's
his gold
cum-stained gold. Yeah, they replace it with all his stuff. So that's whenever if they go to move him out and he's like, I'm not. I mean, who you can't call the police like, yeah, I got a guy here refusing to leave his residence. I can't fucking wait because that's how it'll be. But I think he's cruising towards fucking it up for himself. He just gets crazier and crazier every day.
Yeah, yeah. There's no better movie right now than what's going on in our country.
Good. I'm kind of
the horror movie, man.
Maybe Joe Jorgensen will win, and we can all just celebrate.
That'd be great.
In the streets.
I wouldn't mind.
Step 3. It's important for step 3 is the advancement of techniques that go along with telepathic and electronically augmented two-way communication. I fucked that one up.
Ooh.
So essentially what we got going on here, what's very important to step 3 is that they've made advancements in how to electronically communicate with your brain without you knowing.
Hell yeah.
Via radio waves, via satellite waves, via the electricity coming out of your television, your outlet in your house, via these chips, these fucking chips that dipshit Bill Gates wants to put in everybody's bodies. They can communicate.
No thanks, Billy.
They're trying to communicate through all these different ways to where they can essentially control your thoughts, control your brain, and make you fall in line with. You feel it?
Yeah, man. That doesn't get old.
Okay.
I'm not tired of hearing it yet.
There's a belief that they'll utilize ELF, VLF, and LF waves to reach into people's brains.
Let me get some of them elf waves.
Yeah, let me get some of that elf. I love that movie. It's an effort to convince each person that their own God is speaking to them from the very depths of their own soul.
Oh, that's cool.
We've all had that voice in the pit of their stomach, like, you're probably not gonna jerk off again, are you? You hear these voices in your head, right?
Oh yeah.
Just don't you love it how you're just like, you get so fucking rock hard worked up, you're like, oh fucking, as soon as I see my wife, I'm gonna tear her up. And then you beat one off, and you're like, I don't fucking care if I ever wake up again.
Man, that's one of the things. That's like my mantra. Like I won't make any major decision without coming. Because then you think level-headedly about it.
Did you do that before you bought your van? That was a big... Fuck, I don't need a fucking van. I hate these fucking kids. I don't need my fucking wiener.
Yeah, man.
All right, bring me a knife. I don't need a stupid dick anymore.
It's like, where do you want to go out to eat? I don't know. Let me go come on it.
That's my thing is before I make a big purchase, I wait a day or two.
Yeah.
And then I decide to make the purchase.
Then you jerk off.
Then I jerk off every day in there. But, So they want to perfect these waves, and so they can be like the God inside of you that's speaking to you. They can feed memories via these supercomputers that they've got working up in the sky, but these supercomputers have all this stored massive data about every human on Earth and their languages. Won't you think about what Google, what Facebook, what Apple, these dudes are cataloging every thought, feeling, emotion that you've had since the very second that you flipped open a laptop. They're just compiling data about you, about where you go, about what you do, about what you're thinking. They see that you buy ice cream and then you shop on Amazon for sex toys. They know your fucking patterns. They know your emotions. But, dude, they are compiling so much data about every single one of us that when we die, we probably won't have to really die. They just be like, oh, okay, he's dead now. Let's flip the computer on.
Yeah.
And there's the Nick software. And this thing just walks like, I've got to poop, I poop, shit my pants, and they're just a robot, and it acts like you, and you're really dead because they've saved all this information about you for all these years.
You know how many crazy shit I've asked Siri before?
Yeah, and I quit doing that because Google records every single thing that you say into it.
You can still do fun shit with Siri, though.
Yeah, she's a fucking dirty bitch, too. I got a Pixel, so I am waiting for the new iPhone tomorrow, see what that's going to look like.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to check that out. I might go back. I know you would probably come if I text you and I popped up blue and not green.
Oh, dude, I would shit my pants.
Oh, dude, welcome to the fucking iMessage show, dude. I'd be like, and then I'd be like, now what? And you'd be like, look, dude, I'm a hippo.
I don't know if you saw this video or not, but let me see if I can get it to do it real quick, since we're already fucking so off the rails anyways. Hey, Siri. I want to make sure.
You got that retarded Siri, don't you? Just do it. Rob's trying to
make sure she can hear me. Can you hear me?
I'm listening.
Okay.
Change my nickname to HAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAH
Jesus.
You would like me to call you a ha?
Oh, she didn't do it that long.
No, it wasn't very long at all.
Damn it.
That was a really big letdown right there, Rob.
Usually she's just like...
Oh, she kind of had an accent. She was kind of hot.
Yeah, she's
Norwegian.
New Zealand.
She sounded like a fucking
from New Zealand.
Viking for sure. Oh, turn your sounds off. Going wild over there now.
She said, okay, I'll just keep calling you Rob. Do that with your Siri, but do it a really long time, and it sounds really funny.
I don't. When I get her, I'll try it for you.
I'm sure Alexa will do that.
I don't have her either.
Oh,
I have Google Assistant.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think it has a name. Back to the satellites.
Excuse me.
Oh, so they're going to use the massive stored data, and they can project these radio waves, and control your thinking, get you to feel a certain emotion. But these computers can do all the work. Which leads me to my next part right here. When we first started this podcast, we had someone send us a snail mail, and it came to my personal residence, which nobody had at the time. Nobody had. And it says, this is from November 13th, 2017. There's a bunch of handwritten shit. This does not have my name on it. It did not say the Brohio podcast, but this is shortly after we started the podcast. It says, this letter was sent to you to help protect you, your family, and friends. And we've read this before in our early episodes. I was illegally implanted with a computer chip in my head over 50 years ago. This was done without my consent or knowledge. This has happened to probably millions by now. It's a violation of our human rights, and I am not referring to the chipping of persons today in Asia. This violation started more than 70 years ago. What's significant is the people who violated us are using this technology to try and make us, the victims, commit acts of violence. So this person kind of thought they were a fucking Manchurian candidate.
Okay, that's what it sounds like.
Programmed. Yeah. But on the side of it, handwritten, it says, FYI, I have people spray mercury vapor in my face. It slowly kills me, but don't be fearful. These evil things will soon end. What I read you before that was the body of the letter, which is typed in perfect Arial, probably 12 font. And then this is written on the side
in black ink.
And on top it says, we're subjected to dangerous levels of radiation. Someone in my building has died as a result. The depopulation program is in effect here in America. Just the plague killing the thousands. I can't really read it.
In Madagascar.
Okay. This person was...
My guess is just like the plague killing thousands in Madagascar.
So fucking far above. And they also go on to say, it talks about victims being in... I'm sorry. The mutilation and murder program is run by the secret services and their cronies in the military and private corporations. It utilizes the fact that microwaves are harmful to organic tissue but can pass through most building materials. This means people can be hurt and given organ damage, heart attacks, strokes, cancer remotely inside their own homes.
Oh, that's scary.
So fucking... But we got this letter over 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Going on 4 years ago. And this is before I've even read about the research in this current episode. If this person right here is talking about these different radio waves, he goes on to talk about different controlling agents through... I can't read through all of it.
It's very similar to what we're talking about this episode.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, that was almost 4 years ago.
Yeah. Next, in the book Body Electric, Nobel Prize nominee Dr. Robert O. Becker describes a series of experiments conducted in the early 1960s by Alan Fry, not Arian.
Please don't say that.
Alan Fry.
Sorry, Alan.
Where this phenomena was demonstrated, as well as later experiments conducted in 1973 at the Walter Reed Army Institute. That's where Donald was nursed back to health with a cocktail of God knows what. The research by Dr. Joseph Sharp, who personally underwent tests in which he proved he could hear and understand messages delivered to him in an echo-free isolation chamber via a pulsed microwave audiogram, which is an analog of the world's sound vibration beamed into his brain. Becker then goes on to state, such a device has obvious application for covert operations designed to drive a target crazy with an unknown voice or deliver undetectable instructions to a programmed assassin.
Oof.
This was in fucking 1973, Rob. Much like we said before, they were weren't even smoking crack yet. They were smoking pop out of Pueblo pipes. They didn't even know fucking what a bowl or a bong they might have. I don't know. But now we have fucking vacuum cleaners that can learn your house and stay away from the ledges and suck up all the cat shit. You ever see when the Roombas run over dog shit?
Yes, it just smears it everywhere.
Someone with a club foot walked through the house. Dragging my leg to dog shit. But they were doing this stuff in 1973 in the fucking army, dude. This is a doctor's research. They were transmitting thoughts via microwaves 50 years ago.
It's crazy, man.
What can they do now?
That's what I was going to say. Imagine what they can do now.
Yeah, dude. Now figure out when we hear the voice from the New World Messiah in our head, who would be speaking from space to all the sane people of the earth who might give instructions to zealots and religious fanatics, we would see complete hysteria on social mayhem on a scale never witnessed before on this planet. No police forces in the entire world, even as a combined front, could deal with the disorder that would follow from that. So you're coupling a couple things together, and we're actually almost done here.
Yeah, we are.
Coupling the two things together, you're seeing all of these things act out in the sky. You have no fucking idea, dude. You just smoke so much pot, you can't even feel your genitals anymore. You and your bro been snorting coke off each other's dicks for what? How long have we been doing it? Today? You've been first day snorting cocaine off another man's penis.
8 hours now?
I know there's non-religious people out there. I mean, you're a non-religious guy.
Yeah, I am.
Sometimes you just get a voice inside your head. Not necessarily something to make you think you're crazy, but just something that says, probably shouldn't fucking do that. You know, just kind of, what if that thing...
Don't eat that second Whopper. You really don't need it.
2 Whoppers, dude? I want to be with you on that day.
Nah, I eat a double Whopper.
Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect balance right there. You have all this stuff going on in the sky, playing out a rapture, people getting sucked up in the fucking air, this thing up in the sky that's saying, I know everything you've believed for so long is deeply rooted in your heart, but I'm the new fucking Messiah. I'm the new God. And you can actually hear this thing speaking in your head, even when you don't want to hear it. All these different places on the earth, all the different religions, it would be complete anarchy. It would be chaos. People would be crying out right just a moment ago. You and I were like, wear the fucking mask. I just want to go to the movies. Would I suck on a penis right now to get the movies back? No. Would I suck on a penis to get the movies in a blockbuster? Like a new fucking Avengers or like a Iron Man Beyond the Dead? If you haven't seen the movie, he dies. I'm sorry.
Beyond the Dead. It's just an hour and a half of his grave.
Would I suck a dick for that? Probably would do that. Probably would. I'll give you one good go, buddy. I'm not going to be good at it. It's my first time, but I'm going to watch Spider-Man. I'm going to watch it. So then, and these aren't, Rob, I can still go get chicken wings, dude. I can still go do anything that I need to do except for visit the folks at the nursing home down the road. Can't do that. As of today, you can, as a matter of fact, here in Ohio. But what would you do in a more desperate time whenever probably, and I go on in stage 4, they're going to hit the electricity. They're going to knock out all the cell phones. They're going to knock out the internet. And you want to see fucking
Oh, that
desperate people.
pandemonium.
You have dads like me and you. Our kids are like, I can't get on Netflix. They're just screaming like, I will fucking do anything to get Netflix back. I'm sick of my fucking game. You'll do anything, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
And then all of this pandemonium, and then this big thing in the sky says, I'm your new messiah. Listen to what I say. And you're like, I'm fucking listening because I'm trying to get a fucking break, dude.
If I listen, are you giving the internet back? I've been beating off the stick figures that I drew fucking for 2 days now.
I've been drawing stuff with crayons. And he says, you must live in perfect harmony under the new world order. And you're like, fucking do it, dude. Open the movies. Open them up. Fucking free my kids. Get me the the lady in Happy Gilmore say, get me out of here. Yeah. You will fucking do anything at that point, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to the points where I needed like $200, and I'm like, I will suck on your toes, toe knuckles down. I don't care how homeless you are. If you give me that bucket of change in your hand, I've been there before, dude.
It's not a good feeling,
Desperate times call for desperate measures, and they could, if they got the whole world into that state. I'm going to cover it in step 4. You will do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Not for a goddamn Klondike bar. You're just trying to check your notifications on Facebook. Because you're down, you're out, you're sad. You need to post to the world like, anybody else see the guy in the fucking sky, or am I freaking out right now? You got to get on the Facebook groups and see what that loud bang was down the street from your house.
Yeah.
People will do anything. And that's the most problematic thing for me reading through all this. There's nothing. Okay, the holograms in the sky, it's kind of, okay, kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The radio waves to your brain, okay, kind of crazy. But don't tell me that they can't flip a fucking switch right now on the internet.
Yeah.
They can't flip a switch on the power grid and turn off all the electricity and put you in such a dire state. It wouldn't require a fucking satellite. It wouldn't require a fake alien invasion. It wouldn't need a fake Allah, a fake Jesus. It wouldn't need any of that shit.
You'd have no access to anything.
It's just some fucking dude in some pop bottle glasses surrounded by 10 guys in suits and sunglasses, and they say, make it go down. And he goes, and everything is fucking gone as we know it. That number in your bank account, vaporized. It's gone. That 401k, vaporized. It's gone. That car note you have, vaporized. Everything is gone. The fucking world. And for you to tell me
they want to take care of my truck payment, they can do that. At this point.
There is no one listening right now that could be like, oh, we might have a handful of listeners that could say, if it all got turned off right now, I have enough cash on hand that I would probably be okay for a while.
Those people are drug dealers.
Drug dealers or just uber, survivalists.
That's true. That too.
But then a true survivalist is going to know when they flip the switch on the internet, when they flip it, they're going to say, that money doesn't work here.
No, that's what I was going to say, yeah. And with cash, who's to say that that's going to be the currency after it all falls down?
Right, Rob. But then you think about, they've been trying really hard for the better part of 2 decades now to try to convince us to listen to this little thing called Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of now, for the first time, there are places on the internet that you can go and you can buy things with Bitcoin, which is an imaginary fucking data cell somewhere in the super system of the internet that says, if I got enough of these Minecraft blocks, that's what I think they are. I envision them as Minecraft blocks. I got like 400 million of these bad boys, and I just bought myself a Ferrari.
Well, I mean, in a way, though, I mean, even the way that I see it, the money that I get paid from my job, it's all virtual money.
Yeah, it never passes through your hands.
Yeah, I'm direct deposited. I use my debit card.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't ever fucking have cash. So, I mean, if my bank goes out, I'm fucking done.
It happened to me a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I went to the bank. They're like, our systems are down. We can't get cash out right now. And I'm thinking to myself, what if I really needed this money right now? Like, I don't have a card and I have to go get insulin for my kid. And I guess I have to go borrow money from somebody. But the fact that I couldn't go to the bank and say, hey, I need to get out $20. like, no, you can't have it. That can happen, dude.
Yeah.
But just like they can flip the switch on this power grid and the information highway, they can flip the switch on all of this. Like money, everything that we're completely interlumed with right now.
Your OnlyFans account's gone.
It's gone. Your follower, or your Brohio podcast followers, fucking dead. They're gone.
I would still just come over just to talk into the microphone, not plugged into anything.
Hey, welcome back to the year 2420.
We practically talk to ourselves anyways.
We don't know what year it is. We can open up the windows and talk to the grass.
Just do really loud.
Welcome, everybody.
It's just like your dogs.
Yeah. Oh, man, I hope they live that long. That'd be cool. And that's a scary part for me. And we don't even need the first part of the story. We could start here and say, this is what they're going to do. They're going to turn the lights off. They're going to turn the fucking money off. And they're going to turn the internet off. And you're like, well, I don't want to fucking live there. And they say, but wait, we have this, some guy, some slick-haired guy, not necessarily God, not necessarily a god in the sky, some dude that looks like he's a little bit Korean, a little bit from Missouri, and a lot from Australia. Some guy that walks up like, hello, I can fix all of this for you. And you're like, oh, count me in. Yeah, I'm absolutely in for that one.
Yeah.
And then it goes on like he's the new face. He might not even be a real guy. He's like an animatronic. And those, like you're riding. It's
like a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. It could be just whatever. And it says, I'm the authority to fix all of it. And if he can fix all of it, you're like, sign me up. I'm voting for New World Order. I'm voting for Hulk Hogan. I'm voting for Scott Hall. Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash, Razor Ramon.
All right,
Big sexy.
Big sexy. And you would absolutely swallow every inch of that dick if it was shoved in your mouth. There's not a single part of that dick you wouldn't get to. You'd get the really prickly hairs right where the dick attaches to your nut fat, right there where it's really hard to shave that. Unless you do it in opposite grain, which will hurt very badly. You'll get very bad skin, which I didn't realize until I was about 24, that you can't shave against the grain your penis. I don't want to talk about it. Bled a lot, Rob. Okay, I'm talking about dicks, shaving dicks. I've completely lost my spot here.
There's like this whole episode like reminds me of this conveniently a Rick and Morty episode. I think it's the Get Swifty episode. Yeah, it's the Get Swifty episode where these big heads come from outer space and like they're floating in the atmosphere and then like everybody that's in church like immediately starts worshiping them.
Yeah,
because they can see them and they're the all-knowing head and stuff like that.
Dude, it makes perfect sense.
Just like this.
Okay, in step 4, there will be a concentrated effort to make all of mankind believe that there's an alien off-world invasion is about to occur. So they're not using the money collapsing right here. They're using the threat of an alien invasion that's going to attack the Earth from another world. This is in order to provoke each nation to use its nuclear weapons in order to strike back.
Ugh.
At this point, you have all of these nations that are in. I couldn't connect the dots of this part of the theory, but they're launching off all their nukes, and then somehow this NWO says these aren't real alien invasions. We fake these, and they tell the people, and they say, "Look what your government did during a drill." They knew this was a drill. They knew this wasn't real. They knew this is practice for the real thing, and they launched nuclear missiles into the skies and killed millions of you. Look what your governments have done. So then they get them to turn away from their governments, not only their religion, but they say you can't, but they say you can always trust the government. But that's kind of like where we get our directives from, dude. Like, our kids can go to school, our kids can't go to school. We can wear masks, we can't. It's all directives from the government. So if your government betrays you on such a, this is like, I feel like such an idiot saying that because our government betrays us every fucking day.
Yeah. If you trust your government, you're fucked beyond belief.
But then there's the people that are just like, you and I don't fucking care, whatever, just deal with it. But if they betrayed us like that, like killed a bunch of fucking kids with a nuke, I'd be like, oh, fuck you, dude. Fuck you and that missile, that nasty nuclear bomb that wasn't my fucking turd, the turtle aquarium. Fuck you. So then not only have you've repented from your God, you don't believe in your God anymore. Now all of a sudden you don't believe in your government either. You're completely stripped down to nothing. Then you have this new world order coming forward saying, if you think things are bad, we can help you. And it's much like how a communist government works right now. It's kind of, youth, they keep you hungry and they give you little scraps to keep leading you along. Much the same as what we're talking about in this episode.
Yeah, very much.
This is when they would implement the rapture. They would suck up the people in the sky that are not conforming to the New World Order. So the Christians are like, oh my God, they're really taking people. They're taking their people. But in all actuality, it's just a super abduction system that they've been working on for years with us when they abduct us out of our beds and shit. They're using this shit to suck people up for the rapture. This is some wild shit, isn't it, Rob?
Oh yeah, I like it though. I like this weird shit.
The third orientation in the fourth step is a mixture of electronic and supernatural forces. The waves used at that time will allow supernatural forces to travel through optical fibers, coaxial cables, TV, electrical phone lines, all of these in order to penetrate to everyone at once through major appliances. Like I said, they're going to be coming out of the fucking outlets. They're going to be coming out of the light bulbs. They will also use the embedded chips that have already been in place. In this theory, they embed you with a chip, but they also embed all of the animals with chips. That seems like it'd be a little tricky. But all of we're gonna tell you in a moment why they're chipping all the animals as well.
I want to see him try to chip a cougar.
Yeah, I got no fucking way faster than me, dude. I could definitely punch one and probably knock it out if I had to. What if we should make a TV show. I love animals, don't get me wrong, but we should make a TV show where we, every show we have like 10 wild fucking animals. A shark, a cheetah, a gator, and they give a guy like you or me 10 chances to knock out. Like punch a gator in the head or punch a cheetah in the head. Listen to me.
There's so much satisfaction in seeing like a bull hunter get gored or a bullfighter. I mean,
yeah. So it would give us the opportunity to punch one in the head.
I'm good, man.
I've already got the name for the show. Wild Knockouts. What do you think?
Sure, man.
Wild Knockouts trending on Twitter tomorrow.
I'm not slapboxing a grizzly, but I'll tell you that much.
I slapboxed a Jamaican in an elevator one time. He was holding a dirty diaper, and fucking worst experience of my life, dude. No, we call it Wild Knock. A shark, punch it in the head, you knock it out. $1,000. It's great. It gets harder and harder. So then eventually at the end, you got a fucking rhino up there, and they got it just like
a dragon.
They got it in like a straight jacket for a rhinoceros. It's just like, and they're like, for $10 million, can you, Rob Dog, knock out this rhino?
No, I cannot.
Is it okay if I get naked?
Man, I'll be totally honest. I don't think I've ever seen a rhino fuck something up before. I'm going to go look on videos on that when I get home.
Dude, you know they do. Look at it. Wild Knockouts. We're starting it up.
I've seen hippos fuck things up before.
Yeah.
Not rhinos, though.
We need a gator, though. If you have a gator you're willing to give us, BrahiaPodcast@gmail.com. We won't be able to do that thing where no animals are armed in the filming of...
No.
But they're big, mean animals. They could take a knockout. I don't want to do it. Beautiful, majestic creatures. Okay, the goal of the deals with there's going to be these satanic ghosts projected all around the world.
That came out of nowhere.
In order to push all populations to the edge of hysteria and madness.
Not only is it ghosts, but they're satanic ghosts.
They're satanic ghosts, dude.
Devil worshipping ghosts.
Fucking twisted. These are the bad motherfuckers. These are the ones that pop out of the closet when you're jerking your meat. Like, hey, I want to be scared. You're like, no, I'm trying to fucking jerk off right now. Get back in the closet.
Oh, man.
You son of a bitch. There's going to be satanic ghosts
Sweet.
projected all around the world in order to push all population to the edge of hysteria and madness, to drown them into a wave of suicide, murder, and permanent psychological disorders. After the night of the 1,000 stars, that's where they project all this shit in the sky to get the ball rolling and all this, worldwide populations will be ready for the new Messiah to reestablish order and peace at any cost, even at the cost of abdication. I got that right?
Mm-hmm.
Freedom. You think about this for a second, Rob. It would be so easy for everyone just to run away, say, I need someone to make everything normal again. I think it could work, dude.
I think so too.
Wild knockouts.
Oh, we're talking about that now?
No. I think that in a cashless society, relying on these cryptocurrencies, and dude, there's so many questions associated with it for me. Like, what if there is a complete breakdown? I don't know what a Bitcoin looks like. I assimilated it with a fucking Minecraft block. I have no idea what a Bitcoin. So if someone come up to me like trying to get me, I got a juicy body. If they're like, fucking, I'm trying to fuck you, and they try and they present me with a Bitcoin.
Right.
I don't know what it looks like. Does it look like a sand dollar? What is it? It's nothing. It's nothing. It's up in the sky. It's in a little cable traveling 1 million milliseconds per millisecond.
I would expect it to be really shiny, though.
Like a coin in Mario?
Yeah, kind of.
You think when you touch it, it makes a sound like Sonic getting one of his rings? Pa-ching!
I hope. That'd be sweet.
I don't know. I need more Roblox dollars for my kids.
If you want to donate Roblox dollars to Nick's kids, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
They're always like, I'm like, shut the fuck. They're like, give us $10, give us 10 Robux. And I'm like, bring it over here.
Oh, my kids are like that with Fortnite with V-Bucks.
My credit card number is. They got the shit memorized. They don't even need me anymore. They're like 5, 2. I'm like, stop it. They're like 1.
Yeah, I had to put a code on the Xbox so the kids weren't
fucking
buying shit.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. I would kill a kid over that. We call a Jerry Springer 1-900 number one night at my house. My dad got that phone bill. He said, what were you fucking mongoloids doing? It comes like, the phone bill back then came 2 months late. And he's like, well, fucking phone bill has an extra $86 on it. I'm thinking to myself, God damn, who the fuck you call?
At that point, you're fucking little. You don't even remember doing it.
1-900-24. And it doesn't. It came on a paper in the mail back then. It wasn't on the computer. So it didn't say Jerry Springer. And I'm thinking, me and my cousin that night, we watched it, and then we called. We're like, talk to people from the show. Mm-hmm. And we called it, and we're talking, and we're like, you suck. Like little fucking kid stuff. You know? It's like, what do I feel like when you got your fucking tit? I hit the tit. What do I feel like?
I remember whenever... But this is so embarrassing. I don't even want to admit this. I remember when I was little, I always used to call the 1-800 number on the back of the Crayola boxes, and I'd ask them questions about the crayons and markers. So, how do you get the smelly markers to smell? How do you guys make them like that? And it's just some fucking customer service rep. Like, I think I'm talking to John Crayola.
They had the same thing for John Crayola. Oh God. Dude, this is so stupid. They used to have a same number for SeaWorld.
Yeah.
And you could call and like, how much does Shamu's poop weigh? Ask him fucking questions and shit like that. And I always thought it was the head of the park, just like nonstop. Hello, thank you for calling SeaWorld. What's your question about Shamu?
You just picture the doctor on Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
This old guy with the fucking cane.
Exactly. And we would call and ask him shit like, do whales have toenails? And stupid shit, man. I feel there's some fucking old man out there right now that's fucked up because of all the stupid shit that we used to do. Yeah. Oh, how many brown crayons can you fit in your ass? Fucking dickhead.
It's a trick question. Every crayon you put in your ass turns brown.
I think this episode's over.
Fucking stupid. This is awful.
So we talked about how there's going to be a complete dependence upon a cashless system in this new world order.
Oh, yeah.
But to implement the worldwide electronic money system, everyone in the world who might have money in the future will have to have a way to transfer money electronically. Before that time, everyone will have spent, before the 2,000 year mark, I don't know how long this is going to take, but I'm not going to be around for it if this is the
Fuck
case.
that, yeah.
I think it meant the year 2000. All of their cash reserves and assets will have been gone. I guess everyone has to be 100% dependent upon the council for their existence, or the NWO, to prevent any kind of... Yes. Yes, I like it.
Okay.
That's perfect. To prevent any kind of independence, the New World Order has already implanted microchips into wild animals, birds, fish, etc. Why? They want to make certain that the people who will not accept the NWO will not be able to hunt or fish anywhere in the world. If they try, they will be tracked and traced by satellites, then hunted down and imprisoned or killed.
Can you imagine getting the job to put microchips in fish? Every fish. That would fucking suck.
That would be us. Like, Rob, dude, I just found a new fucking job. It's like $20 an hour, dude. They play us some fucking Bitcoin and peanuts. And you're like, what is it? I'm like, we gotta put chips and fish. You mean like fish and chips? Like we're gonna eat? No, man. We got to put poker chips in fish butts.
Oh, dude, that would suck.
That would be so bad. And then fucking 2 years into it, they would be like, I do it for the benefits, and I do it for the PTO, and I do it for, I heard we're going to get profit sharing this year. I don't know if that's true or not. We're doing it for, here I am. The new guys, they come in, they don't listen to shit. I tell them where the nice bathroom is, they go to the other fucking bathroom. I've been doing this shit for 2 years. You know how many backs I've pushed chips into of catfishes around here, and these... I'm so good that I don't even have to get my hands slimy anymore.
You get to the point where you know, just by looking at him, which fish you got. Hey, that's fucking Ralph, man. I got him last week, buddy.
You fucking serious? Look at that hump right there. That's not a fish stick. I already did him. A long time ago. These fucking news guys, they just don't listen to you.
Yeah, that would suck.
Go get me an everything bagel, and I like everything bagels.
Never had it.
Delicious. Never heard of her.
Never.
All right. Well, Rob, thank you for coming here and being with me tonight.
Man.
And thanks for doing this.
It was a good time. We're definitely going to get a review this week about us not being able to stay on topic, but it's okay.
Fine. Oh, okay. You thought it was over.
Okay, here we go.
We're going to read our podcast reviews.
Yeah.
These are the shout-outs, so you can turn us off at this point if you want.
Episode's over.
We're going to read our reviews. As I said last week, I said, if you leave us a review and use...
What was the phrase?
Chocolate and pickle in a sentence in your review, we'll read it, and you'll get a special shout-out on the show. Oh, let's see... There's the guy that
There's
said
the politics one.
Real cool. I will control. No, what's his name? Where is he? Fishing me away.
Fishing with the 5.
Fishing me. Sorry, buddy. We don't control the ads. A nice way to say that, right? Really nice. Keep the political ads out. Try your best.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with that, buddy.
Okay, this one's from Magnum C. He says, best podcast ever. Read it.
Oh, me? Okay. I love Rob Diggity Dangle Dog's chocolate covered pickle. That's a shit dick joke.
Oh, okay. This one says, that reminds me. This is from Dean M. Watts. Just use his whole name right there. Your fucking fault, dickhead. Did I miss you two talking about Pop Rocks? I also had a kid on the playground in 3rd grade point at a new guy to our class, then went on to tell me that he was half black and half white. The kid was a huge blonde Swedish boy, which I pointed out to my dumbass friend. He said, oh, he's only black from the waist down. That's as funny as a chocolate pickle. P.S. I grew up in Dayton. That explains it. Dewey. Okay, that's his name.
Okay.
Dude, we used to go to school with a kid named Dewey that hit a razor blade in a sock and tried to stab the shop teacher.
That's the same guy. That's not a coincidence.
Do you remember him?
No.
You remember Dewey?
No.
Oh my god, that was a fucking was
that his actual name? Or was that a street name? You gotta have a street name in Dayton.
No, his real name, I don't know. Dewey.
Just fucking say his.
I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna look him up on Facebook. I can't remember. I remember this dude's name. I remember in like 6th grade, he stood up and
Was he in our grade?
For like 3 days, dude. He got expelled almost immediately. He brought a razor blade in his shop class, tried to stab the shop teacher.
Damn.
Poor
Larry.
He said, my fucking razor blade's sticking in my foot that I'm going to cut you with.
Oh, shit.
I was like, oh, shit. And then I remember the one day he was yelling at him. He said, Derry, you just need to get out of here. And Diddy stood up and said, I got hair on my balls. And I didn't have hair.
What's that have to do with anything?
I didn't have hair on my balls yet, dude.
Dude, that kid had to live in the trailer park across from the school.
He lived in the fucking storm drain. He was a mutant. Oh, my God. What the fuck happened, dude? Shit, I got hair on my balls.
What is that? You can't tell me to get out. I got hair on my balls.
I will start using that now. Someone's like, you step to the right, you're next in line. I'm not stepping to the right. I got hair on my balls.
Someone at work just asked you to come fix something. Like, I ain't fixing that. I got hair on my balls.
Oh, man. I had the giggles over here.
Man.
That's all right.
Ken says, you guys rock. Nick is the chocolate fudge to Rob's salty pickle.
I get it.
I'll take it.
That's from Posey84.
Yeah.
Ken. Chocolate pickle. This is from Phil in Bloomington, Indiana.
He took the easy way out and just chocolate pickled the title.
One of my highlights of my week is tuning into the bros. Some complain about their stories. I got a lot from this episode. For me, it's one of the greatest parts of the show. Thanks, buddy. Their charisma, chemistry, and humor consistently shine. Keep it up, fellas.
Hey, thank you, Phil.
Oh, thanks, Phil. I'll give you a Phil if you ever come through dating here.
20 out of 10. That's physically impossible. This podcast is amazing. At the start of each episode, my pickle is shiny and clean. I usually black out during the middle of the podcast and wake up in some random field with chocolate all over my pickle and swollen puffy nipples.
There you go.
10 out of 10 would recommend to give him a listen, even though you said 20 out of 10. Which one is it? Jared is a god?
Oh. This up, dude. This up, Jared.
Oh, man.
10 out of 10. I'm just here for the chocolate pickles.
Aren't we all?
Please donate my shout out to my sister Holly and her amazing special effects makeup work.
Cool.
You can find her on Instagram or TikTok at unsettled, just like I said it, UNSETTLED_SFX. We are both huge Brohio fans. Love you guys.
Awesome.
And I think I've seen the person's special effects makeup, and you're not a lion. She's make herself look like a fucking crazy person.
That's awesome.
Yeah, go check it out.
Sexy. I lost my virginity to a chocolate pickle while listening. Elle from Maine. Awesome.
Show your bush. I spread chocolate on my pickle to make it easier for Rob to chew the bark off my big fat log. It sounds like someone from Minnesota. Griffin from Minnesota. Oh, Long D. LaBarge.
Okay.
Podcast name. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Oh, there's another one.
Yep.
Great pod ever. Maybe greatest. Boys, love listening to the show down here in the great state of Texas. I'm fucking George W., where we hear the guys of Ohio love the taste of those salty chocolate pickles. Love the show, guys. Keep it up, Cooter. Wait, what? Is that what it says?
Yeah, keep it up, Cooter.
El Chocho Grande McGee.
I like it, dude. Rob loves my chocolate pickle. My name is Derek, and Rob is my secret lover that that loves my chocolate pickle.
I think you sent me that one.
That's from Derek, or Drowned Eye Jeehee.
Let's see here. My dad.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, okay. That's a good one.
Okay. For Christmas one year, my dad got me a jar of pickles. When I asked why, my mom said, Daddy wants you to show the family trick of machine gutting pickles out of his butt. The trick was called the Copley chocolate pickle trick. Dan from your mom's house.
Thanks, Dan, from my mom's house. Hey, it's smooth and crisp. Hey, guys, Clint here, long-time listener, not first-time reviewer. If you are looking for a podcast as smooth as chocolate and crisp as a pickle, you found it. Best podcast by far. That's from
that was well done.
Clint Lurchel. Thanks, Clint. Clint Clurchel. Let's see if this is a chocolate pickle one, or is this where it stops? I think this is where it stops.
Yep. That's a long one, too.
Nobody else fucking cares. Yep.
Cool.
All right. Well,
thank you guys so much.
That's give or take 2 fucking hours of our life. We just launched off a cliff that we'll never get back. The absolute most long-winded shit Never taking these ever again before a show.
For this week's experiment, if you want to leave a review and tell me how Crayola markers got their scent,
just explain it.
I'm still wondering. Do you want to know what the fucking person's answer was? I forgot to even say that. I was like, how do you guys get your markers to smell? Well, the ones that have the scents in them? And the guy was like, yeah, oh, okay, I could tell you. They're like, you take the cap off and you write on the paper and then you smell it. I was like, no, that's not what I wanted to know. How do you get them to smell? You just write with them. No fucking kidding, guy.
I want to know how you get the fruity flavor inside the cylinder. I fucking hate this place. John Crayola here, my boy. You may have just been intercepted by one of our worst employees ever. Let me explain to you how we get the smell of lemons inside the markers. Have you ever walked in on your mom and dad having sex? I'm gonna hang up, Mr. John Crayola.
That's the smell of the black one.
Yeah. Burnt. So it smells like when I'm done having sex. It smells like burnt popcorn.
It smells like yeast infection.
No. No way, Jose, on that one. All right. We gotta fucking hurry up.
Oh, yeah, I gotta go home. Love you guys.